So, can you tell me your story? What happened to you?
Yeah, so it was Easter Sunday, and it was quite quiet in the restaurant. There was a pool table, which is not there at the moment, and next to it there was a green balloon that had been left there by a child, and I was sort of busying around tidying up and things, and the balloon moved quite a long distance, so it moved from where it was at the pool table all the way down to where the food servery was, and then it went back on itself all the way down to where the farm shop is by the exit, and then it sort of turned round and went down all the way down the corridor where the toilets are, came back up, came along a little bit, and then went down the stairs back to the pool table, and that's where it stopped moving about. And it probably took about 20 minutes for it to do the whole loop, but every time I walked past it I was like, how is it moving there? It's in a new place now. And then shortly afterwards, a colleague of mine told me that some people that were staying in room 5, which is the room with a little girl called Hannah in it, had asked to be moved rooms because all the cupboards had rattled. So I think the little girl had gone upstairs and wanted the people out of her bedroom.
Is there anybody here? Can you speak your name through the spirit box? Can you tell us what number room we're in? I'm pretty sure I heard it. Do you know our names? How many spirits are in this room? I thought I had 9. I thought I had 14. 14. So yeah, we all had different things. Like, can you tell us what the name of the spirit attached doll is? How did you die?
Why?
Sozo. Francis. Francis. Who are you trying to attach yourself to?
You can.
name of the spirit that's trying to attach themselves to Rhiannon? Why do they always do this to me?
It's my book. It's my book.
When did you die? Are you attaching yourself to Rhiannon? Do you like her? Are we welcome here? There's some strong stuff. Yeah, mate. Are you evil?
In the
You there, Dixie? Who's making Rhiannon cry? Dixie. I'm really upset about how she died. Like literally,
Team.
oh my god. That was random. Sorry.
Could you tell me a little bit of information about Ring 3 and what customers have told you?
Wow, Room 3. Well, it's extraordinary that every 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, a different guest tells me the same thing, and I'm pretty confident they haven't heard what the other guests have said. And what happens in Room 3 is people talk of a hand on the shoulder in the night, in the middle of the night, or words to that effect.
Why is your heart racing?
Because someone touched my shoulder. I was sat there. Did you not see it? Did you see the curtain?
No, I didn't see the curtain.
What? You didn't see the curtain?
I wasn't looking at you.
Someone touched my shoulder, and I swear we're getting out of here. We need to go. Like, you were completely right. We definitely need to go.
Thank you.
This is not nice.
So you just get this hand on your shoulder, and it's extraordinary that how people have said the same thing about the same room, and as far as I'm aware, they're unaware of the previous guests who've actually said that same thing. We've got 4 haunted rooms, and each one's got its own different reports that come out of it. There's another room where people talk of looking in the mirror and seeing things in the mirror. They look in the mirror deeply, they see things in the mirror. That's room 6 in particular. Sorry, room 5. And of course that one's also got a box of kiddies' toys that's been left probably over 2 or 3 decades by guests who stayed in there for the ghost of Madeline, the little girl, 13, who's supposedly in that room. And you're on 3, you're staying in tonight. That's the one that keeps coming up. Yeah, there's another story you might be interested in, because it happens that my very regular customer, Sean, happens to be just sitting here. It was February 2016, and I got these 3 knocks on my door at 5 in the morning, and the knocks were 2 knocks, and then a gap, and then a 3rd knock. And I immediately woke up. I must have been asleep, but I woke up immediately, and I thought there must be something wrong with the inn. So I kind of got out of bed, and as I'm looking towards the door, I'm thinking something's not right. I realised what it was. There was no light under the door, and you normally get a very, very slight strip of light. The landing's got motion sensor lighting, so why hasn't the light come on? So I paused, and instead of actually opening the door, I looked through the spy hole we've got, and there was nothing there, but there was no light on either. So I'm thinking, how do I get these knocks on the door, and yet no one was there? So I was just sitting there thinking, what the hell's going on? Because those 3 knocks on my door were so real. It was about 2 nights later when I was standing at the bar, right here, Sean, sitting where he is now.
Yes, yeah.
Is this right, Sean?
Yes.
And I start to tell Sean about these knocks on my door. And there were these 3 knocks, and well, I'm telling you.
Yes, you are.
And I think I got to the point where I was saying, and I'm looking at the door, when a glass jumped off the top shelf down there, and the nearest bar person was in the utility area down the far end there. No one was along here. A glass jumped off this middle section and smashed on the floor there to 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
We just froze, didn't we?
Yeah.
We just absolutely froze. I mean, I'm telling him a kind of spooky little thing that happened to me, and then a bloody glass jumps and smashes on the floor. I mean, how do you explain that?
Weird.